Okay, so everybody's freaking out about my video that I posted about how servers at Chili's are tipping out the cooks. Okay, so this was actually passed under the Trump administration.
It seems like some businesses nowadays are having a hard time around tipping. Just recently, a TikToker known as Alex Serves Tea has just discovered a tipping issue regarding how much Chili's waitstaff are actually being paid in the company. In a now viral video, the user explains how Chili's and other restaurant franchisees allegedly use exploitative practices on their employees, this time with proof. In this case, the user receives messages from people who claim they work for Chili's were forced to pay other staff members through their tips.
Okay, so on credit card tips, this person made $61. To the bartender, she had to tip out $10. To the cooks, she had to tip out $34. To the expo, she had to tip out $4. And to the food runner, $12. Her share, 91 cents. 91 cents.
Yeah, that's right. As the user said, it was only 91 cents. As you know, that's quite a low blow for your servers. After reporting that the server made about $65 from at least $1,000 in sales, the TikToker shared a conversation between a friend who also works at Chili's. From the employee's perspective, the conversation states multiple parties will split checks. People think because they can pay on the presto, they don't have to tip 20% better, yet 10%. It's easy to tip less when no one is watching. They should have an automatic gratuity on bills larger than $100, even if they split. Because the sales are not going to change, we still have to pay the cooks and all the above. And Alex Serves Tea was definitely not amused.
Chili's, I'm sorry, but this is abuse to your staff. You're making your servers pay your entire staff. People have messaged me that they've been in the negative at the end of their shift, so they have to go to the ATM to pull out money to tip out the staff.
Regarding how restaurant businesses utilize tipping rules, an article posted back in January 8th, 2021 suggests that a new tipping rule may potentially let employers lower wages for kitchen workers and even use server tips to make up the difference. Hence the argument that the TikTok user is claiming. But the call-out train does not stop there. In a follow-up video, the same TikToker posted a response video about someone wanting proof of an employee getting in their negatives in their tips.
All right, so tips generated $37, to the bartender $7.31, to the back of house $21.20, to the front of house expo $20.92, and to the food runner $8.77. Her share negative $305.
The user then captured a text discussion about the server having to pay back her loss of tip income. Basically, the negative portion would have been taken out of her next paycheck.
She texted someone and said, "What does this mean? I owe money?" And they said, "Yes, it means that you tipped out more than you had in credit card tips. So I owe that money." Yeah, so it'll just take it out the next time you make money.
From there, the TikToker responded towards people who give out cash tips, and also the reason why it's important to help servers receive proper tips.
This whole tipping out thing is not based on our tips, it's based on our sales. So even if we don't get tips, we have to pay it out of pocket, hence why some people are in the negative and have to go to the ATM to pull out money to pay it, because it is mandatory automatically coming out.
The sad part is that Chili's certainly isn't the only restaurant to implement tip pooling or to include back-of-house workers in that pool of tips. But these places are coming under increased scrutiny as the US begins to open back up again. We see this particularly with restaurants complaining that nobody wants to come back to work. Comments were definitely ready to surge in, stating that restaurants that commit these certain policies onto their servers is surprisingly nothing new. Many people chimed in stating that the depressing part about this is that restaurants will continue to exploit their workers. In a small video posted by TikToker Dante Prevost, this woman encountered a surprise on her delivery package with a note stating, "Don't order delivery if you can't even afford a tip." Apparently, the user didn't provide a tip to the delivery worker because she delivered her package to the wrong house. With the video reaching over 90,000 views on TikTok, a lot of viewers questioned and shamed the creator for not tipping and really questioned if not tipping was justifiable or not. Comments on the video would have now struck a subtle debate on giving tips to food workers. Yet in a situation like this, it's really difficult to distinguish whether or not tipping should be required towards food workers. There have been many cases of employees sharing that without their tips, their lives could potentially fall under. So what do you think about tipping, and has this ever impacted you if you're a food service worker? Let us know online at whatstrending.com with your thoughts. Lalwani here. Check you real soon.